This is a part 3 to the scariest things caught on doorbell cameras.
Kapı zili kameralarına yakalanmış en korkunç şeyler.
Kapı zili kameralarına yakalanmış en korkunç şeyler. Oh shit. Kapı zili.
And once again, by the end of the video, you may consider getting one yourself. In this footage that a viewer sent me, a person can be seen crouch walking towards his front door through his doorbell camera. The person was wearing a hat, face mask, and sunglasses, allowing none of his face to be seen.
Ne yapıyor Mugomuz?
Yalanıyormuşsun lan sen. Miyavmıyorsun.
Bakın YouTube tayfa size özel bone
After
spesiyali.
trying to open the front door and failing, the person starts to fiddle with the doorbell, noticing it's a video doorbell, so he probably tries to take it off.
Çok mu korkunç? Yo, bence korkunç değil de böyle ilginç diye.
What likely happened was that when he realized that he couldn't get the doorbell unmounted without a special screwdriver, he started to hold his hand in front of the camera after ringing the
Özel bir
bell.
tornavidasız
The viewer told me
çıkartılamayacağını
that this
bilinen
happened at 2 in the morning, and so when he heard his doorbell and ring notification go off, he instantly went to his phone to check who was at the door, only to see exactly what you're seeing. The man then walks past the doorbell to the side of the house.
Ya
By this
hırsız
point,
gelmesi
the homeowner was
korkunçlu
on the phone with
aslında. Yani
911
kapına
reporting
hırsız
the
gelmesi
incident.
bir tık korkunç.
While on the phone with 911, the homeowner heard the doorknob to the side entrance door being fiddled with. And this was a door that he had been known to leave unlocked accidentally from time to time.
Oha,
However,
arada
luckily
bir
on
açık
this
bıraktığı
night,
bir kapıymış.
that wasn't the case.
Şey gibi lan,
Since the
welcome to
intruder
the
couldn't
game.
simply walk in through either door, he started to say hello repeatedly through the door, in an off-putting tone that sounded so overly friendly that it was creepy. The 911 operator told the homeowner not to open the door or to even acknowledge the person.
Çok
The
arkadaş
person would
yanlısı
then
bir
start
şekilde
to bang on
gelmiş.
the door for a few moments until seemingly giving up. The police showed up but couldn't help out much based on the video. Later that night, the homeowner received another notification that there was movement at his front door. When he checked the video feed, he couldn't see anyone. He still has no idea who was under that mask and glasses.
Bak adamın kapısına ne gelmiş gördün mü?
This
Hırsız
following
gelmiş, diğer
footage was
kapıyı
also
sor.
captured by a viewer's doorbell
Haberin
camera
var
at
mı?
their old house,
Tamam,
which is
tamam,
still
peki,
active
pardon, özür
while he
dilerim.
tries to sell it.
Özür dilerim yani.
One morning at around 4:30 a.m., his cameras detected a man running from across the street from his neighbor's home, across his front yard, and up to his front door. The man was naked, with one of his hands blocking his privates.
Çıplak adam koşmuş 4.30'da. Şeyini kapıyormuş. Çıplak bir herif uçmuş.
The footage was caught from 2 angles. He was arrested a short while later by local police, and was apparently high on crystal meth. And he had removed his clothing due to a fear of snakes being inside of his clothes. And he was running around the neighborhood knocking on doors and ringing doorbells yelling for help. The neighborhood is reportedly pretty quiet. The homeowner never had any sort of issues before this. In his words, he ran up my front yard onto my front porch and rang the doorbell. For the next minute or so, he was ringing the doorbell and knocking while pacing back and forth. He looked panicked, and his expression drifted from someone in pain to a look of pure crazy, and at one point said he needs help. After that, he ran off back into the night. The guy was picked up by an officer around 5 a.m. not far from his house. And this footage is why you always check who's at your door before you open it, especially if you have a doorbell camera. If someone who you don't know shows up to your door late at night, don't open it. Unfortunately, in this video, that's exactly what this homeowner did. Around 10 p.m. one night, a suspicious-looking hooded man approaches the front door of a random house rather quickly and aggressively, and he right away tries to open the door. After realizing it's locked, he goes to ring the doorbell. Disappointingly, the homeowner opens the door rather quickly instead of checking who's at his door at this hour first.
Alkış. Kapıda bir alkış. Kapıyı nasıl açıyorum? Adam direkt içeri girdi. Dışarı çıkın falan diyor herif. Siktir git. What the fuck?
The homeowner was likely too trusting a person, which put him in danger. Even his initial hi to the stranger at his door sounded overly friendly, considering the man was already creeping in the second the door was opened.
Hello.
The homeowner pushes
Abi,
the man
hi
out,
diyor.
causing him to punch the glass of the door before it's even fully closed. The man then stands there for another
nasıl bir
minute or
cammış
so,
yalnız ha
fiddling
o.
with the doorknob a few times.
Nasıl bir
while the rest of the
cammış yalnız,
footage is cut
kırılmadı.
off. The dialogue is near impossible to completely make out, but it seemed the man was under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and was likely attempting to burglarize the home. The homeowner called the police, but the man was gone by the time they arrived.
Çok korkunç.
It's unknown if he was found.
Çok yani bıçaklı bir herifse. What? Klasik.
This image was posted from the owner of a Ring camera and a Facebook group to caution others. The woman warned in her post to beware a strange man wearing a white mask lurking around the neighborhood after her camera caught him trying to look into her home a little after 10 p.m. one night. The woman said, "I just want my neighbors to be aware and safe. Please, if possible, share this post. Screenshots are welcome."
Komşularımın
Not sure what
olmasını
colors he was
istiyormuş.
wearing, but had a hoodie and jeans on. The disturbing picture shows the man in the mask looking directly into the camera. This is exactly the type of image that you'd never want or expect to see come up on your doorbell camera footage. But it's also the
Korkunç
kind of
ya,
image that
görsen-
would make you sure as hell grateful that you had one.
Kapı zili kameramda
Neighbors of
biraz
the woman
korkarım.
also reported seeing the man walking around and approached their front doors. Thankfully, no one opened the door to him. On May 1st,
Ev olayı bir garip
2020,
ya.
around 9:40 p.m., around the beginning of the COVID lockdown, a 45-year-old dad, Raymond Hawkins, opened the door to who he believed to be a delivery driver dropping off a parcel. Due to new methods of delivery at the time because of COVID, the alleged delivery driver backed away from the front door to supposedly keep his distance and claimed he needed to take a picture of the package at the doorstep, something many delivery drivers must do for more expensive packages.
Ne oldu?
At this time, the father had his guard down due to the fact that he had no idea the man in front of him wasn't a delivery driver,
Adam
that he was in
teslimci
fact part of a gang that
değilmiş.
was about to storm into his house,
Oha,
all
adam
of whom
çete
armed with knives.
üyesiymiş. Bıçaklı çete üyesiymiş herifler. What the fuck? Fake kargocuymuş oğlum. What? Bu çok korkunç bu arada. Bu bayağı rahatsız edici. Müzik. Arka müzik iyi.
Fuck your mother. Yok.
Adam iyi mi? Ne olmuş? Kadın madını... Larry'i yakalamış herif. Adam indirmiş oğlum Larry'i paketle.
Christopher Sargent, the fake delivery driver, lunges at Raymond with a knife and attacks him when he goes to pick up the package, while three other masked men follow from behind. Muffled cries come from the house, as there's a struggle between Raymond, his wife, and the robbers. The robbers are only in the house for a few moments before being seen fleeing the house with thousands of dollars worth of items. Raymond and his son suffered non-life-threatening injuries, while his sons were described to be worse. Two of the culprits would be arrested, Anthony Lascelles and Christopher Sargent, who were both charged with aggravated burglary and possession of a knife. The other two culprits were never found. One thing that can be learned from a lot of these videos is that some people will go to crazy lengths to trick other people. The major red flag in this case was
Bir
that
de
the
piç nasıl
supposed
fake atıyor böyle bakıyor
delivery was taking
Oha.
place at 9:40 p.m., which is way past the time any notable delivery company will deliver packages, usually the latest being 7 p.m.
Ya adam saat 7'den sonra
On April 10th, 2020, this was the footage taken by the Ring doorbell of a viewer's friend Kayla in a small California town.
ne?
Kayla was being stalked by her crazy former friend Thomas, who became obsessed with her over time and would constantly express his alleged love for her, despite her telling him numerous times that she didn't feel the same way. The week that this footage was taken, Kayla was bombarded with texts and voicemails from Thomas.
Thomas denilen lavuk da sürekli mesaj
And as
falan
you can
atıyormuş
see, if you
kıza.
care to pause the video and read some of the texts, it starts with what seems to be Kayla accepting his apology for his behavior.
Özür dilemiş, kız da tamam okey
However,
demiş hani
as the texts and voicemails
konuşuruz
just
sonra
keep coming
falan
in,
okey demiş
she
hani
begins to realize
iyi
how crazy he
olmamasaydı
may
falan
be.
demiş.
What you're about to hear are some audio clips from different voicemails he's left on her phone after she had stopped answering him.
Kızı bayağı
Hey,
takmış.
Kayla. Listen, I want to make sure you're not.
Sesleri geçiyorum. 12.27'de bitiyormuş. Bayağı sapık işte herif.
Footage of him showing up to Kayla's house was right after one of his phone calls saying he's coming over, even
Ha,
though
aramış geliyorum falan deyip direkt gelmiş.
it was clear by this point she wanted nothing to do with him.
Kız istemiyormuş tabii ki de
Eventually,
olmak
Kayla and her
şey.
friend Ravon would find out that Thomas wasn't even his real name. His real name
Thomas
is
gerçek
Matthew.
adı bile değilmiş
He'd been
oğlum.
using the fake name Thomas Castle, which was a reference to the Marvel character The Punisher. Thomas was a reference to Thomas Jane, the second actor to play The Punisher, and Castle was a
Böyle bir
reference
isim
to Frank
koymuş bir de.
Castle, The Punisher's last name. The fact alone that
Punisher
he had been
isimlerini
using a
mixlemiş.
fake name
Punisher
with his
oynayan adamla
friend and
Punisher.
supposed love of his life was already a huge red flag, and maybe a sign that he was hiding something in his life. The ring footage was taken at 2 in the morning, and after
Babaannesi.
leaving, he would go on to send some more texts, which would progressively get angrier. 4 days after this footage was taken, Kayla and her friend went to the police and filed for a restraining order.
Ha,
He left her
polise
alone
gitmiş
about a
kız
month
da.
or so after the restraining order was put into place. Kayla blocked his number and blocked him on social media, and
Bloklamış
reportedly
sonra,
he basically disappeared from the world, and no one knows where he is now.
Bir şey olmadı. Yani bir şey evet adam kapısına dadanmış. Bence ikincisi en korkunçtu bu arada. Hani bu da çok korkunçtu. İkincisinde direkt hırsızlar giriyor yani. Adamın nasıl bulamamışlar onu ben de anlamadım ya. Öyle bir durumdu. Of 12 Creepies doorbell kamera clips mi? Size bir tane daha sürpriz videom var.